stop, I would say hello, and maybe we could take this somewhere. 'Cause every little time that I see you now, I can't stop myself from going weak. So now when you come and you pass my way, won't you just sit here and stay for a while, and give a little time to me now, and give a little bit of yourself, and give a little something to me. Just tell me all you have known, give a little time to me now, and give a little bit of yourself. And give a little time to my darling now, and I will sing you your songs. We'll take a fast ride in your big black car, and maybe we'll find someplace that we'll hide. We'll spend a couple nights going out on this town, and maybe we'll just give ourselves away. So come and take a chance and we'll go on down, and as these days pass we will start to see, we will start to see who we are, and maybe we can stop this alright, and give a little time to me now, of yourself.
Okay, here I am in Kingston. I've come an awful long way. But before we get into episode 11, can you believe it? Episode 11, I just want to talk about the first 56 days. Man, I've woken up every morning basically in fear. Fearful of the unknown. Because you can't regulate the unknown. And in my life, I just enjoy having basically things in place. Paddling, I'm often thinking, what if? What if this happened? And the consequences of what if? What if I capsize in bad weather and can't get into my kayak? What if a storm comes up and I can't get into land because a lot along the coast of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Quebec, some places it's 15-20 kilometers before you can actually be able to beach your kayak. Then I thought a lot about skill sets, and one of the reasons why we can often be fearful is because we lack the skill sets to be able to accommodate the environment we put ourselves into. So in kayaking and in other aspects of life, we need to develop those skill sets that enable us to meet the challenges where we are. And a lot of people are afraid in life. They're afraid of death, they're afraid of dying, they're afraid of rodents, snakes, alligators. Some people are afraid of social interaction. Other people are afraid of heights and flying. You know, sometimes it's just good to face your fears. And when you get through to the other side, you kind of see, hey, this wasn't so bad after all. Like, I was fearful of the Rideau Canal. Can you believe it? Every canal has its source, and that's the Rideau River coming right out into the Ottawa River. And I've got to go over there by the second bridge. And to be truthful, this is something I've been fearing. You know, when I looked at the maps, I could see currents here, and I hadn't had any
any reference point in a person that could tell me it's okay, it's no problem, you're going to go through it, no problem. But sometimes we just we just have to move ahead, face those fears, even though they might not be as dramatic as we thought. But I've made it, and now it's just 2 more bridges and I'm into the Rideau Canal. Yes.
And when I got there, then people were on paddleboard and there were no currents whatsoever. So get through the fears, get on the other side, and then you're going to find, hey, these weren't so bad after all. In Hawkesbury, I had a great time with Aileen and Chuck. They treated me very good. And I also had the opportunity to meet my niece and nephew and their family, which added special a memory. Also, my paddle broke. It fell apart, so I had to glue it. And Chuck, he took me to Canadian Tire, and we got some caulking, or I don't know what it's actually called. It's like a really hard silicone, and I was able to mend the paddle and get it back into shape again. So that was goodbye to Hawkesbury, and day 59. It was a nice paddle, but not long, but nice. One of the big highlights of day 59 was actually a thunder and lightning storm that forced me to meet Pierre and Lily. They invited me into their home, and I ended up sleeping on their veranda. Pierre and Lily have a son, and he has 2 children. One is a boy called, I believe, Gabriel, and he's autistic, and they also have a 4-month-old baby. But Pierre and Lily were looking after the boy to lessen the load of their son and daughter-in-law. And you know, the theme of my tour is called Reverse the Bad. There's nothing bad about autism. It's just the way it is, and it happens. And I thought about reversing the bad. You know, it's not the big things in life, but it's just to give a helping hand wherever you can, and to help people along the way. Reverse the bad, lessen the load of someone around you, someone who's having difficulty, someone who's maybe finding that life is challenging, somebody who just needs to relax for a moment. Help people lessen the load. And that's just their way of reversing the bad. It's great. I just enjoyed that evening with Pierre and Lily. Well, it's paddle day number 61. I'm still heading upstream. The Ottawa River, it flows towards the St. Lawrence, and it's still moving a bit, not much. But I've got a short 10-kilometer paddle to the boat lock, and I enter the Rideau Canal. Just been a beautiful evening. Had a great sleep last night in my tent. And now it's bright and early. It's around 6:30 in the morning, and I'm just looking forward to this day, and I hope it goes well.
You can sing your love songs
just leave me alone. I don't need your diamond rings or gold. Just so
The boat locks to the Rideau Canal. What a beautiful, beautiful city in the fog. Okay, this is very different. There's 9 locks until I get to a certain level. And all of these 9 locks are manually operated. So that means there has to be one person that's going to turn the cranks around. I'll show you. Here it is. This is what they look like. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 locks down to the river. This is going to take the whole cotton picking day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But majestic buildings all around. Could be an important building, but I have no clue. Okay, well, that's life. Fortunately, I didn't have to wait to go through the 9 locks because the fantastic, parks staff, they generously offered to carry my kayak up the 9 locks. I took out all the heavy stuff and I carried it up, and then 3 beautiful young people said, "We're going to do it for you." Wow. Now that's service, and I'm thankful.
that someone is asking about you. I should have finished that note, but it ended up right on the floor. Why did you have to go? Why did you leave me alone? I don't need your diamond rings or gold, just something from the liquor store. You can tell everyone you know that someone is asking about
Okay, so this is a French bonfire.
I think it's more a canal, a Rideau Canal tip.
Rideau Canal special.
Yeah.
you. You can tell everyone you know that someone is asking about you. Why would you think I want your cup of meat? Why would you think I wanna kiss your feet? Why do you think you never drop a beat?
about ready to kick this thing off right here. You guys ready?
I feel you. I'm about ready to do this too.
Well, come on then, let's do this.
Yo,
thing.
Luke,
Let's
come
do
on. What's up?
this
Let's
thing.
do this. Oh, let's break it off then. Come on, do this right, y'all.
I was gone for a minute, but I'm back in the game. Just wanna cut loose and to do my thing. Getting on the scene like a Steven Seagal. I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna give it my all. Wonderlust, it's marvelous. Like an earthquake kid, I am prepared. And like a good Republican, you should be scared of the who, the what, the when, the why, and how many roads must a man walk down before it can dawn his Don Juan crown. 'Cause I'm in a whole new world like the Lion King, and I sing la-di-da-di-day. Got my suit on and I'm ready to play.
Do this thing.
I'm gonna do this.
So I'm paddling along, I'm approaching Murphy's Locks, and suddenly I hear somebody calling my name, Mark, Mark. And I look to the left, and there's a guy saying, come on, over here. So I paddle up and I meet Jason. And wow, get out of the kayak, come up, and his family's there, his beautiful wife and his brother-in-law and sister, and Brian and Helen, his parents. And I sit down with him and enjoy a fantastic hour and you know, have a beer. And then I say, listen, I've got to move forward. I've got to get on the other side of the lock because I want to start paddling early tomorrow morning. So he says, yeah, do that, but I'm coming at 6 o'clock. I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to bring you back to our cottage for dinner. So true to his word, I just got, you know, finished putting up my tent, and he's back, and he takes me to the cottage, and Helen makes a beautiful meal, steak and baked potatoes. So it might have been Jason. I'm not too sure who made that meal. But anyways, thank you so much for inviting me into your home. And then they said, well, we got an extra ticket to a Celtic concert. A guy by the name of Sean McCann from Newfoundland is singing at the local small little I don't know what they call it, little center. And so I joined him for an evening of music, and
The big one, not just
listen to Sean McCann as he's singing, and just really enjoyed the whole evening.
With my love so far from me, waiting for my rolling sailor for the day that she is free. Oh, my little rolling sailor, will you ever roll on me? How I miss my rolling sailor when she's on the rolling sea. Here it comes. Sail on the rolling sea. Very good.
So when I went back to my tent, it was all dark, and I got inside and I thought, wow, what a nice gesture. You meet random people and they open not only their doors, but they open their hearts. And Jason, thanks so much for yelling at me from the beach and getting me to stop. It was a tremendous experience, and I really appreciate that. And Helen and Brian, thank you so much for your hospitality. Oh, wow. For a beautiful morning. Day 65. Snaking my way through the Rideau Canal to Jones Falls. Had a great evening at Chaffee's Lock with music last night. But just take a look around me. Nobody, just me. Birds. Last night I could hear the coyotes sing, and I was glad I wasn't in the bush with them. Gonna head over here. Doesn't seem possible that boats actually come through here, but they do. Wow, for a day, for a week, the Rideau Canal is friendly, and fortunately I've had fantastic weather. I'm so happy and thankful.
But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all. Throw it all.
Cheese bread, which is hot, so it's good. Cauliflower, potatoes, and you have a salad over there. It's our first meal outside the boat.
On the ground?
Really? Yep.
So I drink another beer. Throw it all away.
Okay, here I am at the end of, I believe, 47 locks. And this is the last lock of the Rideau Canal. And you see over here, they're doing a great job of opening it. Everything's manual, no automatic anything. So now I make my way towards Kingston. And then I joined the Trent Severn Canal after 3 days of paddling. Ciao.
I miss you when I'm at home, but I won't pick up.
Along this journey, up to now 2,400 kilometers, it's people who have made the difference. And this is so true of Frank Bird. Frank appeared a day ago when I was going through Upper Brewers, and he just popped up with his daughter Alex, and he talked, and he invited me to stay with him when I passed through the next lock, which is Kingston Mills. When I stopped at Kingston Mills, it's around 3 boat locks down, and he brought with me a truck-made hamburger and gave it to me to eat. And then I did a long paddle into a military base where I could store my kayak, and he was there ready, and he picked me up. Then he drove me all the way to the place on my shirt, Frontenac, to pick up some kayak supplies. And there we met a great guy called Zach, who graciously donated a new spray skirt for myself and some other things that I needed on the trip. And Zach was also just a great guy, running a great outfit and doing a really good kayak business. He's a responsible person, and he knows his stuff. And if you ever need good advice, talk to Zach. He's the man. Frank is a great guy, and his wife Julie, they put me up, fed me a great meal yesterday, steak. I think everybody's giving me steak because they think I'm thin or something. And then today, another day where I got to make a movie and do stuff. But people make the difference. And Frank today, he arranged for an interview with the Global News in Kingston. He's been with me, he's had my back, and it's been a real privilege to be with his family during this day and a half. There. And Julie, what are we eating here?
A bouillie.
Okay, and what is that?
This is like type of a ham that is cooked in water, and then you add the vegetable, and it's cooked in a pressure cooker.
Okay.
So it's from
Yeah.
that area where I grew up in Quebec.
In Quebec, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Frank, you like this food? You've
I love this food. This is one of my favorite dishes. Yeah, absolutely. And it usually is for most of our guests. If they have the opportunity to eat it, it's fantastic food.
super. Thank you so much for inviting me. Alex, do you have anything you want to say?
This meal also makes a delicious soup.
Ah, okay.
True.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
The leftover becomes a soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad your guests were late because we can eat more.
What he did when he got there, I don't know. Remember that?
Going there from here. Oh my God.
Oh no, it'd be beautiful. You would have loved it.
No.
Julie was never convinced.
Yeah.
No, but taking that boat from here to the Gulf of
So hats off to people who make a difference, like Frank Bird. Thank you so much.
Don't tip over. Right on.
That's over 400 hours on my bum.
Send a little bit of your love my way, and I'll send mine back to you. Well, just can't you see that it's now or never? So baby, won't you come up to me? If you would just stop, I would say hello, and maybe we could take this somewhere. 'Cause every little time that I see you now, I can't stop myself from going weak. So now when you come and you pass my way, won't you just sit here and stay for a while? And give a little time to me now, and give a little bit of yourself, and give a little something to me. Just tell me all you have known, and give a little time to me now, and give a little bit of yourself. And give a little time to my darling.